Something just killed my dog.
Something killed your dog?
My dog went flying through the air over the tree. I don't know how it did it.
Okay.
In 1967, the 20th of October, myself and Bob Gimlin were going into Northern California area. It's in the Humboldt County there. And this is about 40 miles back in the wilderness. The nearest little settlement is a town called Orleans. There's approximately 17,000 square miles in there that are unmapped. And it's a very primitive area, very rugged area. We had been in this area trying to find evidence of the giant creatures called Bigfoot or Sasquatch. And we had been in there about a week and a half. We were camped on the Bluff Creek there. This particular day we had started up Bluff Creek and had gotten about 4 miles or so from our camp. And we had started to come around a bend. I was riding this little horse here. His name's Peanuts. And he shied and jumped backwards and reared up. And as he did, I tried to pull him down. And as I did so, I pulled too hard and we both fell to the ground. I was able to get up. And as I held the horse by the reins and come around him, I then looked over to my left and I seen this creature. And it was standing by the creek there about 120 feet away from us. And then it started moving away from us, walked up the bank and turned around, looked at us again. And I was able to get into my saddlebags and get my camera out and start shooting pictures. I yelled at Bob to cover me in case the creature did turn and attack us. At this point, when I was able to start getting pictures, she had walked up the bank and was going on across this sandbar. Well, I ran directly at kind of a 3/4 from towards her, actually, and run across the creek. I was able to come up on the other side, and I got some fairly good pictures. The creature was massive. I would say that it was 7 to 7.5 feet tall and probably 350 to 500 pounds. It was taking an average of 43-inch stride walking, and they measured 14.5 inches long, each print, and 5.5 inches wide. Bob Gimlin had seen this thing much better than I did because he was looking at it directly and I was trying to look through a camera. However, I could see it plain enough, and it was quite a great moment for me.
Now, before we examine this film in any more detail, I'd like to call in some expert witnesses. What we've seen is certainly not acceptable as scientific evidence. Indeed, some of you may already be feeling that you've been looking at rather a splendid hoax, and that the actor is really a bit of a ham. Yet, talking to Roger Patterson, as I have done, it's very hard not to believe in him. It's also hard to entirely dismiss this film based on its rather unpromising face value.
We've seen the film, and therefore we've only got the impression, the visual impression of this creature. You and Bob Gimlin were there, so you had the chance of absorbing other sort of sensory impressions, such as sound or smell. Now, is there anything you can tell us about it which we cannot appreciate from the film?
We did detect a definite smell once that we had crossed the creek and got to the place where this creature had been. There was a strong, musky smell, a little hard for me to describe. It seemed somewhat like a dog that maybe had rolled in something dead and got into water afterwards, and this whole thing turned into a rather unpleasant odor.
Roger Patterson, do you believe what you saw? Or do you think you could possibly have been the victim of a hoax?
I don't believe that there was any possibility that this was a hoax. The creature, to both of us, appeared very natural. The muscle movement to us that it was much plainer, I think, than what it shows in the film. Indicated that it wasn't anything made up. This area is back in about 40 miles in from the nearest settlement, and it's in a very rugged terrain. For somebody to have been at the right place or know where we was going, because we didn't have anything planned, we were going in different directions, would have been extremely unlikely. It was hunting season up in that area at this time, and I doubt if anybody would be up there roaming around in something like this just for the fun of it.
A risk, in other words.
It'd be a tremendous risk for somebody because some people will shoot anything that looks like this.
Well, our impression of you is the impression that we've got from the film, and there you are riding in a very sort of elegant style through the forest. Now, is this your normal habitat? Is this what you normally do?
In the last few years has been practically all that I have been doing. I have a small horse ranch in Washington State, up out of Yakima, Washington, that I breed quarter horses, and also have some Australian dogs there that I breed. And this has been partly how some of my income has come in, and it kept me going on this thing.
What are your plans for the future?
We have an expedition that we're forming right now to go into the area, into that Northern California area, and also into other parts of the Northwest. And our ultimate goal is to capture one of these creatures alive and unharmed. We're also, of course, hoping to get pictures and find more tracks and find where these things exist the most. I've brought back pictures of this creature. I've brought back tape recordings of many, many people that have seen these things throughout the Northwest. It doesn't seem to, it hasn't done the job of proving it, and I didn't think it would. Now we have to capture one and prove this, and I might say that if it takes me the rest of my life, I'm going to do it.